Taking that to heart.
Get up, get up!
Pitch to Pierce. Good blocking on the perimeter, and there he goes. Across midfield, inside the 10, and he'll take it to the house, 75 yards.
Hello, welcome back to another edition of The Lead. I'm your host, Cody Johnson, and today we're going to be taking a look at Dameon Pierce's game versus the Los Angeles Chargers in Week 4. So first off, Dameon Pierce's stats, he rushed 14 times for 131 yards and 1 touchdown, had 6 targets for 6 receptions and 8 yards. This video is going to be a little bit shorter than the ones in the past. Going through this game, I didn't have a lot to nitpick on Dameon Pierce, to be honest with you. He had good vision, was patient, let things develop, finding the right holes. Not a lot of plays. I don't remember actually seeing a play where he missed the hole or could have bounced something outside. Just very overall good game from Pierce. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. You see, you got a tight end on the right side. Tight end on the left side. Pierce lined up on the right. And we're going to have down block here by Titus, out block here by O.J. Howard, and then you're going to have Kenyon Green pulling. This is a simple play, nothing special, but what I liked from Pierce was, as you can see, there's not much of a hole. Young running backs can be tempted to try to bounce this outside, but obviously, as you can see here, you got a defender that's containing outside and is going to make this play if he does that. So, not much of a hole. It's going to get even more congested once Kenyon Green gets his hat on this defender. But Pierce is able to still find a little sliver right here and push for positive yards. Right, little things from Dameon Pierce that I saw. Saw in college, saw in this game, seen a few times in the first few games. Always fighting, falling for extra yards. Falling for extra yards, fighting for extra yards, whatever you want to call it. Not quite in this situation, but it could be the difference between a 3rd and 7 and a 3rd and 5. More manageable, right? So something that he's going to be able to do for his whole career is fall forward for extra yards. But yeah, simple play there, nothing crazy. Just good decision making. Okay, so we got the next play. You got 2 tight ends outside of Titus here. You have Chris Moore, who's going to come line up in the slot right here. And you're going to have down block, down block, down block with this tight end without blocking. Pierce is going to be coming right through the D gap. So down block, down block, down block, out block. So you're going to see a hole here. Chris Moore is going to come in and try to get his hat on this defender right here. What I'd really like from this, obviously, as you just saw, OJ with a down block gets beat here. So what he does is he lets it develop. OJ maybe gets away with the block in the back, but pushes him behind Pierce. Doesn't try to just take this immediately outside. Lets it develop, lets him get past it, and then cuts back into this hole right here. See, obviously, if he would have bounced it outside, this guy's here to make the play. O.J. Howard is pushing this defender back. He actually, with this cut, got this defender to bite, which helped Chris Moore get his hat on this defender. He's going to cut this back and find a great hole. Good play, good decision making, like I said, good vision. Okay, so this play here, you're going to have an outside zone block. You're going to have Titus hooking this defender. You have the center hooking this defender. Can is going to help with Titus's defender here, and then he's supposed to move second level, doesn't quite get there. You have your fullback tight end coming through this gap, and he's going to get his hat on this linebacker here. OJ doesn't quite hook. This defender keeps the edge. So obviously, like I mentioned earlier, Pierce isn't tempted to try to cut this outside, as you have this defender and probably another defender coming to contain right here, is able to find the gap, right? So the gap's right here. They wanted this to get more outside. Obviously, OJ's caught up here. He's not able to hook. Can has this guy walled off. Center has this guy walled off along with help from Green. And then the fullback's going to come get his hat on this helmet right here. able to cut up, good vision, like I've been saying, good vision, good decision making, cutting that up and getting positive yards. Now, this is the big play. Good blocking all around on this play, but even better from Pierce making the right read, making the right cut, and taking it for a house call. You have Titus hooking right here. You have Nico Collins crack blocking. Pharaoh Brown is going to go second level. And then you're going to have the fullback here also get to the second level, get his hat on this defender right here. I'm sorry, that's not Pharaoh Brown. That's O.J. Howard. O.J. Howard gets second level, makes this block here. Fullback is going to get his hat on this head. Nico does a good job cracking on the edge. Titus does a good job getting to the outside shoulder of this defender. Same thing with Quessenberry here. Can is going to look for this guy, but as he shoots the gap, obviously he's not going to get there. But with him shooting the gap kind of puts him at a disadvantage on this play. A pitch play. Titus lets go a little bit early, but, nothing doesn't involve the play. There's also a possibility he holds on for much longer and then gets a holding call and this gets called back. Good job by OJ pushing this guy out of the play. Obviously, there's the big gap there. Pierce cuts it up. House call. Great run. A lot of people said this Pierce didn't have a lot of breakaway speed coming out of college. I was one of the people that was actually surprised by the amount of 15, 20, 25-yard runs he was getting. Some that he was closer to breaking off more, right? He doesn't have elite speed, obviously. I wouldn't expect this consistently, but as we just saw, it can happen. So, great blocking, great play by Pierce. So we're going to have another pitch play here. This is kind of what I was talking about. A lot of younger backs can be tempted to take this outside. Obviously, on a pitch, you want it to get outside, but if the blocking's not there, then you don't take it. You cut it up and get the yard you can, right? So, you got Green moving second level. Good job by Green moving second level. Titus can't quite get this linebacker here. And you have two hats on Khalil Mack right here, right? So this could be tempting because you have two blockers on one to cut this outside. Obviously, there's a hole here, though. So good job by Pierce cutting this up. As you can see here in the screen, this DB is going to come up and take this edge away. So obviously, gaping hole there. You want to take it. I wish Titus could have got this block, but it is what it is. That's a tough reach block to get. Good blocking here, getting all these guys, and good vision, again, by Pierce cutting that up and getting 10, 15-yard gain. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, Pierce had 6 receptions for only 8 yards. A lot of his things were check downs and stuff like that. Not a lot of yards gained after the fact, but I had to add one of his receptions in here, and this one I think was the best one. Check down, and this is Kenneth Murray here going for the tackle, and Pierce does what he's very good at. Contact balance, breaking tackles, getting extra yards. Just wanted to show an example of that. Insane contact balance. Most running backs would have fallen over right there. Gets his hand on the turf and keeps his balance and is able to get an extra 2, 3, 4 yards, right? Again, just great contact balance. I talked about it when I did his preseason scouting review. But now, this play right here was beautiful in my opinion. Another play where it shows his patience, letting things develop. As you can see right here, Quessenberry goes to help on this defender. And I believe, Kenneth Murray shoots this gap. Quessenberry quite can't get over to help on it, right? Or to get the block in general, right? So, again, Pierce is going to let this develop. Gets past him. Obviously, he has 4 guys that if he tries to cut this out, he's going to get a tackle for loss here. Lets it develop, makes a sharp cut, cuts it back into this gaping hole right here. Good vision, good patience, good, decision making. Again, that's what he showed a lot in this game. Let me run it back for y'all one more time. Great cut right there. Probably turned, maybe a 2-yard gain into a 10-yard gain. Good decision making, good play. Now, I wanted to show this play. He had a few reps as a blocker in passing situations. And this one, I think, was the best of those plays. I mean, you see right here is play action. Mills is going to fake the handoff. But as you can see, Questenberry is going to go help Can on this defender. Can is watching for him. And then this linebacker is going to shoot this gap. So what I like what Pierce does is he sees it immediately. And he's not even going to pretend to take this handoff, as obviously if he tries to do that, this is probably a sack because he wouldn't have had enough time to get over and make this block. But doesn't even pretend, again, gets right in front of Mills to nothing crazy block, doesn't truck anyone, but gets his body, gets physical, and stops this defender in his tracks, right? Now Mills has time to step up and make the throw. Just great decision-making, great, again, even just vision, being able to see this develop and getting in front of the defender. Physical player. Something the Texans haven't had at running backs, probably since Carlos Hyde, to be honest with you. So, yeah, that's all I got for you today. Like I said, it was going to be a little bit shorter. Great game from Pierce. Not a whole lot to nitpick. Again, averaging 5.2 yards per carry on the season. A lot of that helps having a 75-yard run, of course. But, on pace right now for 1,300 yards, 255 carries. Don't know if he'll hit that at that carry mark. Probably won't stay at the 5.2 yards per carry throughout the season, but in good shape right now to be a potential Offensive Rookie of the Year candidate. So hopefully he keeps this up. Hopefully he stays healthy. But yeah, I'll get back to y'all. I'm sorry. If y'all like the content, hit that like and subscribe button. I'll get back to y'all next week with another video after the Jaguars game. Let me know who y'all would like to see down in the comment section below. Probably looking at Kenyon Green right now, but let me know if y'all want to see someone else. And y'all have a good one.